Hey everyone. So just a quick little disclaimer, I guess. I've actually yet to have a real job, so for the sake of this video and this project, this is not my real workplace. This is just obviously an example. So without further ado, uh, yeah, I'll get started. Thank you. All right, so welcome aboard. I'm Gabe Miranda, and I'm the head of your security today. And I'm actually gonna walk you through one of the most important procedures that we use on the daily, and it is how to conduct a proper bag check. This is one of the first lines of defense that we have when it comes to keeping our facility safe. You might be posted up at an entrance or a checkpoint, or even monitoring access to restricted areas. Either way, this is something you'll be doing often, and I can tell you personally. So in this training, I'll explain what a bag check is, why we do it, and I'll show you exactly how to perform them professionally, safely, and respectfully. So please pay close attention, because how you handle this, not only reflects on you, but it also reflects our whole team. So let's start with the why. The purpose of a bag check is to at any cost, prevent dangerous or prohibited items from entering the facility. This includes weapons, drugs, alcohol, or anything else that possibly violates our policy or putting people at risk. It's pretty simple, right? But whether we're working in a hospital, a correctional facility, or any high security environment, it's our job to make sure every person who walks in is not carrying something that can do harm. These checks aren't just for show. I can promise you that. They protect staff, visitors, and the public. It might seem like a simple task, but I cannot stress this enough. A good bag check can prevent a serious incident before it ever starts. So, now let's talk about how you approach someone for a bag check. When someone comes through your checkpoint, make eye contact with them. First of all, stand tall, and you got to be polite, but you got to be direct. You should sound confident, but not confrontational. Here's an example of what you could say. Good morning. For everyone's safety, we're conducting a routine bag check today. Would you please mind opening your bag for inspection? Remember, you always have to ask for permission, unless you're working in a setting like corrections, where consent isn't really required. And if someone refuses, remember, stay calm and just follow protocol, which in the end might mean denying and calling a supervisor, which is all right. Another thing you should really remember is your tone sets the mood. If you're respectful, most people will cooperate and have no problem and be respectful back. So once you've got the person's permission, it's time to actually inspect the bag. And here's how we do it. Ask them to open the bag and unzip all main compartments. Never, ever, ever dig through someone's belongings with your own hands, unless it's absolutely necessary. If need be, ask the person to move things around. You don't want to invade their personal space, their personal things, and it keeps also you safe as well. So then you're going to take a good long, slow visual scan of the contents in the bag. Like I just said, you're not looking to invade their privacy. You're looking for red flags. And now you're probably asking yourself, what are those red flags, or what should catch my eye? Of course, it's stuff like sharp objects like knives or scissors, bottles of liquid without labels, unlabeled medication, unusual electronics, with wires or batteries, strong smells of marijuana or alcohol, and also like large wads of cash, for kind of just no reason. you know. And of course, if anything is blocking your view, you just calmly and politely ask the person to shift some stuff. In some posts, you may be lucky enough to have gloves, flashlight, or even like, a little stick tool to gently move some items around if the policy allows it. So, what happens if you spot something suspicious? First, don't jump to conclusions. You have to keep your cool. And you might say, you might ask this person, can you please explain what this is? And if the explanation makes sense, great. If not, and if the item is clearly prohibited, you follow procedure. That's it. Then that usually means notifying our supervisor, writing an incident report, and possibly confiscating the item depending on the policy, and obviously how threatening the item is. You also, probably the biggest thing I have to remind every new employee, new hire, is never, never, never try to be the hero. If the item could be dangerous, step back and call it in. Remember that your safety comes first as well. And you also have to remember to document everything. If it wasn't recorded or written down or taken pictures of, it didn't happen. We always cover ourselves legally by writing clear and factual reports. All right. And then once the inspection is done, zip the bag up all the way just like the way you found it, and return it respectfully. Thank the person with the further cooperation, and ask them, not ask them, and then let them go and let them know that they're good to go. Simple as that. Something as small as, all right, thank you. You're all set. Have a great day. It leaves a good impression, and it also just shows professionalism. The goal always stays the same. It's to protect people, follow the rules, and to treat others with respect, even if you're enforcing security measures. So, all right, let's recap. Bag checks are a critical part of what we do, and you're expected to perform them with confidence, caution, and respect. So remember these steps, if anything. Politely ask for permission. Visually inspect the bag. Don't go digging. Look for anything suspicious. If you find something, report it and follow procedure. Always stay calm, professional, and document everything. Remember, we're not looking to hassle people. We're here to protect them. And when you do a bag check the right way, you're doing exactly that. So now, lastly, I'm just going to, I know it's just me, but I'm going to do a quick little bag check procedure. And so, obviously, I have, backpack here, and pretend, like I said, it's just me, so pretend that I already asked them to unzip it. So now I just have it here, and I'm just going to politely kind of just take a look through the contents, and see if I see anything. So far so good. But actually in this pocket, looks like there is a pocket knife. So then I would ask them, hey, what is this for? And they might give me some, weird answer. So then personally, if I found this, I would actually call in my supervisor and kind of get his opinion on it, or her opinion, sorry. And kind of go from there, definitely take some pictures of it for, evidence to said that this was in there. And then, let's say the knife was not in there. I would then politely zip up the bag and give it back to the person, how I found it, all nice and neat. Give it back to them and kindly let them know that they're all good to go, and thanking them for their cooperation. So that's it. I appreciate the attention and hope you all have a good day. Thank you.